So now you see we got them both on the screen. So hopefully you all have this one open, then just browse to that revisions folder and grab that Rev 1 and you'll have those up on your screen. So we could, as Braden showed, if we go into the view and split our screen here, and we click on this one, and I've got, on this profile, I've got the synchronize icon right down there at the bottom. So as I zoom, they zoom in the same place. So let's go back down here. So you can see, if I zoom in the title block, we've got different dates. I got 4/30, and then here's May 4th. Dang, these demo docs are getting old, 2014. Unreal. So anyway, so you could, if you wanted, zoom out and pan around and look for clouds and changes. So you'll notice we've got clouds here in the revision. Looks like they blew that wall out a little ways. But that gets a little laborious having to do that or go back and forth. So what they've got, if you go to document, you've got two options. You have compare documents and overlay pages. And I'm going to show you both. And then you all can decide which way you want to do it. So my personal preference is overlay pages. So when you click that, it comes up with a menu, and here's what it's telling us. So on our original drawing, anything that is on that drawing that is not on the second drawing is going to be colored in red. And then anything that's on the revision that's not on the original is going to be colored in green. So you set that up like that. We do have an align points button here. So you will need to use that if you've got like a raster PDFs. You can do this with raster as well if they're scanned. Well, as you know, that's a human error going through the scanner. So you can align points and grab 3 places on each drawing and use that to kind of line it up. It works with limited success. How about that? But it's better than nothing. So we hit OK. And you'll notice I just created a third document called overlay.pdf. So we'll start here in the title block. So let's turn that green, just like I told you. Here's the date. And now you can see that we've highlighted where the wall was blown out. And one thing I'd like to point out here is a door that was added that the architect didn't cloud in this instance. So if you get changes from some of your project team members and they forget to cloud something, this is like the greatest way to find that out. There you change the swing on that door. You know, so it jumps out and have this colored PDF. And it makes it really easy to find the changes, just your eye is drawn visually to it. So that overlay pages is, man, that's the bomb.com. So I'm not going to save that drawing. You have that ability to do it. And as I mentioned, you've got another option is compare documents. The interface looks a little bit different, but it's the same thing. It says, here's document A. And if I hover my mouse, you can see that's the original. And then document B has got Rev 1 tagged at the end there. And we hit okie doke on that. And then that's going to create this document. And what that does is cloud the area for you to go look for a change. So this way is more helpful, in my opinion, when you got raster drawings or scanned images that you really are struggling to get lined up. And I should have saved that overlay one because it's pixel by pixel. And when I zoom in really tight, this one at least gives you an area to go back and look at and see what is different on the drawings. So you've got that, then you can go to your reference plan and zoom into that area and see what they're talking about, so on and so forth. So or go back to Rev 1 here, now I can see it. So that's a handy way. There's 2 different ways to do it. The overlay is more like, you know, for us guys with gray hair, that's your digital light table. And, but this being able to cloud it when you're dealing with raster PDFs, and I don't want to throw somebody under the bus, but There's some firms in town here that don't plot the same way twice. And that overlay does not work on their drawings. It is always off and it'll drive you insane. But and that's where you can align points and get things to line up. But when you're working with the bigger firms like Gresham and ESA and stuff like that, that have standards, SSR, this works perfectly. So you can do the overlay.